the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel, and thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Monday. It's Man Talk Monday.
Woo! Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. Did you miss me?
What's good? What's good?
Barnell, did you miss me?
One of the funniest morning shows.
Yes, that was one of the funniest ones, man.
Oh, man. Oh.
Catfish are delicious.
You say, you ain't got no pool? No, I ain't got no picture. I got you.
They got a 10-mile lake out back.
Like, what?
Boy, what?
But where you living?
Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. I'm Derek, the thought engineer. Y'all know who my man next to me is, comedian John Yogi.
What's up, good people? Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back in the chair, ready to do another episode, man.
Let's get the people what they want, then.
Man.
Give them what they want.
That's what's up.
All right, so let me just remind everybody, this is Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum where we give you the rational realities of relationships. But of course, we're doing it from a man's perspective. Now, keep in mind, this conversation is not just for men. We want everybody to join in. How you do this, go into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question. We can see it. And this is how you talk to us. But by all means, we want to hear from you. Yeah, you right there. We want to hear from you. Kinfolk, where you at? Where you at? Pull up on us. Pull up on me.
Pull up. Y'all get something to drink. Get something to drink, something to sip on, something to smoke on. Y'all come on in for the conversation. Should be a good one tonight.
Pull up on me.
I'm curious, man. I'm really curious about what people actually think and feel, how people actually feel, and what they think actually about love, man. Because I think movies and stuff got us all twisted.
You think we twisted?
Very much so. Very much so.
Let's get into it. So we talking about tonight, marrying for love. Is it enough? Marrying for love, is it enough? So let me know, what did you know about love before you got married?
You know, man, it's funny because I was thinking about I didn't think about this before you asked me.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as you asked me, I'm like, love. I don't know. And see, the funny thing is, man, I don't really know if I was in love as much as I thought I was, because I always thought relationships and marriage was the kind of thing you kind of, it was you grow into it, you mature into it. I think you run women. That's how old I am. You run women until you mature, and once you mature, you make somebody your wife. And I don't think it's about who looking for somebody while you looking for somebody. And if y'all click or compatible, I guess at least y'all get married. I'm not even sure it's about, I want to say, I'm not sure. I want to say I was in love with Cheryl.
Okay.
When we got married.
Okay.
But shortly after we got married, maybe before the ink was dry on the marriage license, we was let's ready to rumble. So whatever feeling I had going in wasn't the feeling that I had after the marriage started, because it was, that whatever puppy love or whatever we thought we had was gone. And so now you faced with the person, and now you're not dealing with the representative anymore. You're dealing with her and all her flaws and all the things she brought. Like, you got to deal with me and my mama issues, my daddy issues, now all this. I'm unpacking all this. It's like, whoa. What was those suitcases at when we was dating?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not me. That's not, see, because that's not who you have to love.
Okay.
These are the people. This is what you got to love.
Right. Yeah. Some about after the wedding, the real deal hits. It sets in.
Yeah.
You know, you might have a honeymoon and all of that, but once you get ready to do actual life,
different ball game.
Oh man, way different ball game. Now for me, I didn't grow up seeing like two married people do, in love like that. I didn't grow up seeing that. I just saw a bunch of people having babies. That's all I saw.
I don't know what, I didn't see that. I didn't see a bunch of married people. I didn't see that. I just,
how we gonna do marriage? We don't see nobody do it.
I just think it was what and the culture. For the most part, it was what you did.
Wow.
Now, but you didn't stay married.
Okay. So you just tried it out.
You just tried it out to keep from burning.
Yeah.
And then we got divorced. That because me and Cheryl been together eons. And my family is still surprised that we still married because we've been married so long. Because that's not what we did.
Wow. Y'all got the longest one in y'all family?
Oh, I want to say. You know what? You've been married the longest when don't nobody even keep up with you or tell you about it. Nobody says, hey man, y'all been married long. Nobody says that.
They just know y'all together. When you know y'all apart. Just know y'all together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how many people watching, how many of you really knew about marriage or love or being in love and marriage before you actually got married, if that's something you've done, or do you have, examples or anything right now? Because without seeing it, how do you know you doing it right? How do you know you got it right without seeing it?
That's a good question, man. But see, I like to go by how I feel.
Okay. All right.
I got a story for you.
All right.
This story as Cheryl leading. So I might do more Cheryl stories. So Cheryl had
in honor of Cheryl, gather around, boys and girls.
Sure, we used to go by how we felt, and oftentimes we went by how we felt. And Cheryl used to have to pick me up. And so whenever Cheryl would be late, I would fuss and complain. I ain't gonna keep waiting for you. But I'm at the mercy of Cheryl because she got to pick me up. Well, it's one day I decided I wasn't gonna be at her mercy. I was gonna start walking. The problem with walking is the in a car to the red light seems like a minute. Boy, it took me 2 days to get to the red light. By the time Cheryl pulled up, I dived in that car. It's hard to be mad when you tired and you sweating, and that walk done beat all the mad at you.
So when your pride then got put a whooping on you,
dude. Because just like marriage, we think we know how things are because we see TV shows, we hear music, we hear all this. I make love to you like you want me to. I cook the eggs, the bacon, I do all that, and you keep. And so we're trying to form an idea on what relationships are like, and they're completely different from that. Yeah. Oh my God, completely different from that. And so you find yourself trying to figure out, and nobody says this. You got to find what worked for you. You gotta find what works for you in the relationship. Nobody says that. The blueprint is Al Green, Babyface, movies like the Babyface. What it says? I'll pay your rent. All that.
I'll buy your clothes. Yes. I'll cook your dinner.
I'm gonna do all that.
Soon as I get home from work. Who doing all that?
Babyface,
are you doing anything?
Babyface said he was doing that. He said he was gonna do it for you.
And what Anthony Hamilton? What did he say? We don't have to worry about no groceries. We can fill up on love alone. Where they do that at?
And that's what we That's what we grow up on. Most young people have a song that they have in their head that they play. If only you knew Patti LaBelle. I remember being in high school, and I remember some girl told me that my head was like, oh, I had to clutch my pearls.
See, if only you knew. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have the songs like that we trying to grow up on, and we trying to make our lives like this song. And it's no. That's not what love is.
What movie influenced you more than anything about love? You had a particular movie that you was like, I want that.
I didn't. I want to say, I remember, this is gonna make me this. I know that they're gonna take my car for this, but I think we had been married on, but I saw Waiting to Exhale. And I just remember. I said,
what part of love you got?
No. But first of all, the soundtrack was so cold.
Oh yeah, soundtrack was cold.
So cold to the movie that's what did me in. But it was just the fact that they wanted to be loved and couldn't find it by somebody.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bit of a romantic when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm okay. So I'm like, wow, if they just want to be loved. And I say, surely I can find somebody out there that just want to be loved like that'll love me back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if I had a particular movie that kind of, that influence where you like, man, that's what I want. I like action movies. So.
I remember Billy D. Williams, Lady Sings the Blues, where Billy. I remember Eddie Murphy talking about this, how cool Billy looked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's, you got to reach back. I'm trying to reach back in my head to remember it because it was so long. It was so old.
Yeah,
it was old when they was old when I was young. So that was. Whew,
and let me tell you, it's gonna sound bad. Love does not make you look cool.
Oh no, you can't. Well, think about this. So, we were talking about some friends of ours that got married, and the funny thing is, did they get married because they are the most? And this sounds funny. Somebody was talking about types.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not my type, or she's not my type. Well, that's one of the things we kind of do away with when you get older, because the grocery list is slim pickings. It's like going to Walmart during the pandemic. You better grab that cheese. You better grab what you can find in there, because there ain't that much left in there.
Yeah. I
think it's the same with relationships as we get older. What you don't, women oftentimes, we'll often see women with men that aren't that attractive, and we wonder why. Because she wised up and understood my type.
Okay.
My type is security. My type is somebody that can provide for me. He can look like this.
Yeah.
In the face. Where he can't come up on me because it scared me. But nevertheless, he provides and take care of the things that I need. That's my type.
That's your type. Okay.
What I'm saying?
That's the type.
Yeah, that's the type.
So what's the big mistake we make when it comes to love and marriage? What's the big mistake we make?
Because we go into one of the big things, me and Cheryl, one of the big fights we had in our marriage was going along fine until we start and stop doing things that we thought marriages should have. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't be doing that because we married. I probably should stop that because we married. Yeah, but marriage is supposed to go like this. Somebody told me marriage is supposed to go like this. Somebody said, "Oh, girl, if I was you, I wouldn't be doing that." Oh, somebody said that ain't married.
Right.
And you're trying to figure out who and where you're supposed to get your influences from, and ain't nobody married. Yeah. Because the worst thing that can happen to most of us is we take advice from people that aren't married.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. You got people who get married for 2 seconds, and then they want to have a marriage conference and have marriage books out and all that type of stuff. And it's like, you've been married 2 minutes.
Regina Bell has a song, and I think the words are, she says, long after that teddy bear thing has gone that you call in love, this is the thing that keeps us going. Because, man, love is a choice. Love ain't a feeling. And see, that's the thing right there. You got to feel like loving. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm glad you said that. We got a video want to show. I came across a video where this teacher was talking to her class, and she was talking about love. I want to show this clip real quick, and I think she had a good grasp of the difference. So here we go.
I think being in love is more like be in the spirit of something. Being in love deals more so with how I feel. It has everything to do with superficial happiness and this and that. I'm in love. You know, my heart flutters when I see you. I'm in love. The spirit of love is in the air, and yeah, I'm just so head over heels, right? But its surface is superficial, because you can be in the spirit of love one day, and if that person really hits the right button, you'll be completely out of the spirit, right? So your heart won't flutter. You'll have some other things going on when you see that individual, right? However, that's being in love, but to love, that's completely different. That has something to do with my will, my mind, and my emotions. Choosing to be fully committed and vested in another individual. Period. That ain't about what's happening, what's not happening. It's not about what you do or don't do. To love is a choice, conscious, mind, body, and spirit. I'm in it, and I'm in it for the long haul. I got you back. You don't have to worry about it. In love is superficial. You can feel that feeling, and a lot of times we search for that as an indicator of whether or not the relationship is good. But it's not. It's not the main indicator. It's not, because that piece comes and goes. You know, I can have that feeling of being in love, but what happens when that wears off? Does my mind and my will and my heart still choose to be sold out to you, even when I'm not in love or in the spirit of love? If the answer to that question is no, you don't love me. Right. Period.
So what you think about what she said?
I think
it's pretty accurate.
Well, it is, because it's not it is a decision, but it's not a feeling, though. Look, yeah. I think love drives the feeling. I think it starts with a feeling, but I think after the feeling goes, there should be something else should be there. It should be because, you know, you can, if love is just a feeling, you can fall out of love because you don't feel like it.
I heard someone say one of the hardest things to do is sustain motivation. And I think what happens a lot of times with love, the things that we should do or the things that love requires, we will like doing it. We want something to be driving us to where we just go ahead and do it. When real love it's a duty.
You know why you can't be drove by how you feel with love? Because there's some people out there that'll make you feel like you in love.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Hence how people get caught up.
See that?
That's how people get caught up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No stories being told. But I'm simply saying, if you're going by a feeling, man, there's people out there that can make you feel that, wow, that can make you feel really good and leave you empty on the inside while you feeling good.
And one thing I've noticed, a lot of times when people think they're in love, it's say like they have somebody that they are in a relationship with. They get connected with somebody, you know, because things in the relationship ain't going well.
Well, it's not that they ain't going well. Generally, when you meet people, the thrill and the excitement of meeting somebody goes like this. And then generally after you get with them, it levels out. So once it levels out, you meet somebody else, and that thrill thing, that thing is
thrill seeking.
That's what relationships are, man.
You thrill seeking.
Yes, absolutely.
But you get in there, and all of a sudden, this person, we know the trap. They seem like they listen. They seem so understanding. Seem like I can talk to them, and you know, they here for me and all of this. And it's really more a frustration of what you're going through in your actual relationship. You think this is something, because otherwise you would go over there and it would be all that you thought it was going to be. But you get over there and realize you're going through the same stuff you were from the other person.
The difficulty about relationships and love, especially, man, is you only get out of it what you put in it.
Okay. So it's a whole input-output situation.
If you because the guy or the other girl you're talking to, or that other guy that's talking to you, you giving him something that you're not giving your guy. You're giving him something. Either that's your time, either that's talking to him. Because, and see, we don't understand what intimacy is.
Oh, yeah.
We think intimacy is somebody putting you in the blender, which that is very intimate. That is very intimate. But it's also talking to you, giving you the attention. Man, you know how important it is for somebody to be giving you their attention?
Boy.
Giving you their time, because you can't get that time back.
Yeah.
Giving you their ear, they act like they care about what you're saying. You know how important that is? And that's meant for relationships.
Yeah. Danny says, never ever marry Western women using court system.
Oh, brother. Oh, I can only imagine, sir.
It says the romantic love is fake. Romantic love is fake. Should you put in effort to keep the feeling going, though? When she talked about the being in love, or that spirit of love where it's this emotion. Should you work to keep that, or should you just work to maintain the relationship?
See, that's why it's so important that we talk. Because everything needs to be talked about. Hey, listen, this dating thing for us is kind of plateaued. We seem like we might have peaked. I'm sure from the way you looking at me that you might not feel like I felt about you, and I'm sure it goes both ways. What are we looking for in this? Do we want something long term? Are we willing to work long term for something together? Yeah. Because you got too many things going said.
Is it possible to be in love with love versus being in love with the actual person?
Absolutely. But just the idea of it. Yes, that's why we do weddings like that.
That's why we do weddings like that. Mm-hmm. And we ignore things we shouldn't ignore.
Absolutely.
Like people say love is blind. How can love be blind?
See, love can be blind, but that bed ain't.
Yeah, it's blind because then you get to feel.
Oh,
when you're blind, you get to feel everything.
Look, because too many other things can see.
Oh, man.
And I think we put too much as individuals on what we are attracted to. Now, this is the thing. Now, let me say this. Mm-hmm. I think everybody should be attracted to who they with.
Oh, yeah.
But that shouldn't be everything, no, D. That shouldn't be everything. No. You are a work in progress, just like they are.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, like the balloon popping is the craziest thing for me.
Dude.
You got people that's limping. You got people limping in the room. As soon as they still do pop, 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 I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
You're not gonna even get to see what the guy's about.
Nothing. That's the biggest fool. Listen, the whole balloon pop thing is the biggest foolishness ever.
Oh, they had a girl that was kind of overweight come up there, and people in the audience were popping balloons.
Oh no!
It was but I was like, stop! Go to a commercial. Go to something.
No, man, that's you can destroy somebody. You know,
we don't care about that. It's all about rating.
It's all about
TikToks and likes.
Exactly. Now, to that point though, the what we present to people as love, is it really about the person? Is it about just the attention?
But now, this is what I'm curious about. Could your relationship stand the pressure of social media being in? Because most of us, a lot of people that I know were married before social media was really, you could really get into your thing. Dude, can your relationship stand social media being in like that? Because most of them can't. Because can you be picked? You got to be picked by her friends. When you don't know whether they want you for you or for them.
it ain't just her friends, it's the followers, period. Anybody
Yes.
that's connected to that page.
Yes.
Because everybody on social media got an opinion and they don't mind sharing it because they doing it from a safe distance. So they express themselves.
Very much so. Way louder than they would in person.
So what would be your recommendation for a new married couple as it pertains to social media?
Man, stay away from it. Don't be so quick. And I would recommend this not just to married couples, but for people that's trying to figure out relationships and what they're gonna do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Separate yourself from social media. Just back away from it before you introduce everybody to what's going on in your life. I know you ain't had nothing going on for the long. Let me just say this. I know you ain't had nothing going on for the longest. I know it's about likes. I know. Listen, I know. But whenever you get somebody and you meet somebody, please take that offline. Because if you introduce him online, when he leave, we gonna want to know why.
So in the sake of love and promoting love and letting people know about your love, what is safe as far as posts go for social media? If you just gotta post on what is the safe things to post on social media?
And I just don't think you should, D. I think for the sake of you and him trying to figure it out without people being involved, like people are too opinionated for me. They're just too opinionated. They want to go on today. Well, where y'all going today? How much money? That's not. Listen, if he took you to a coffee, this is why. If he took you to a coffee shop or he took you to a steakhouse, that's between you and him.
That's between y'all. Yeah.
But if you open that up for social media, now you're trying to figure out whether or not you even want to see him again. I just think too many people wouldn't be married if we opened our relationship up to social media like that. I do. Oh man, no, dude. It's just no.
Y'all let us know. Let me know. Does social media put a strain on relationships? Do you feel social media puts a strain on love and marriage, especially love and marriage? And we're talking about relationships. Does social media put a strain on it? Y'all let me know.
Social media pulls your pants down and whoops the hell out of you.
Monique says, yes, communication, as John has stated. It depends on the people within the relationship. Life is going to life. She said, what balloon popping? Okay. Life is going to life. That's where effective communication comes into play. Oh, she said, what is balloon popping?
Go ahead. You talk about the show.
So they have this new trend on social media, this new thing where they have these little kind of dating type situations where they'll line up a group of guys or a group of girls, give them all balloons, and they bring one guy and one girl in, and that line of people with the balloon, they're judging the person. They judge on appearance. They judge on anything, because the host starts asking questions. What do you do? What kind of job you have, and all this type of stuff. And what do you like? And then people just popping their balloons. And even when, the people who didn't pop their balloons, they don't go to them. They go to the people that popped the balloons first and ask questions. Why did you pop your balloon?
Somebody just got married. Somebody on that show, the short-haired blonde.
Oh, yeah.
I think they got married. I just saw where they got married. He proposed to the girl.
He did.
They actually got married on the show. Yeah. So it's not all trash, but it's pretty trash, though.
Yeah. But looking at the averages, I don't think it's a good idea. Looking at the averages, but that's the new thing, especially like on TikTok and all this type of stuff. Danny say women can't love. Only men can love.
But let me say this.
I've heard that before.
I've heard that before too, but I just think this. Women can love because they can pick. And it's not this. I know this sounds crazy. They can pick that. Oftentimes, when you see a woman and you see a guy, you say, "How in the world did that guy get that woman?" I bet that woman love that man. Women are looking for provision now, and I gotta stop saying all women. Some women some women are incapable of loving because of what they have went through. Hurting people hurt people. Oftentimes we don't be around long enough before we get out their booty to find out whether or not they're hurt or not. We ain't around long. We do. Oftentimes people are hurting. They're going through stuff.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get love out of somebody who's incapable of loving because of what they've been through.
Yeah. I think I heard when a guy, he made that statement that men love more than women do. He was referencing how women are they seem to be more familiar with the spirit of love.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Men are more in tune with the responsibility
of love.
Yeah. Looking out for you, making sure you good and all of that. Because this is the thing, because most men, when it comes to like the wedding and stuff, the man is focused more on the marriage. He's focused more on, listen, when it comes, because she ain't letting you play in nothing, no way. No. You ain't getting no say so in details. No way. You just gonna be told where to show up and all that type of stuff other than that. So you focus typically on, what is this thing gonna be as far as the marriage is concerned. Danny says, stay away from societal norms. You'll be good. Says women love you for what you have. Men love unconditionally. Hello.
Oh, it's a bunch of us as dogs out there, man. All of us ain't grown up. All of us ain't matured. It would be good if we were, but I think we're just as much the issue as women are. Somebody wrote a book down here.
Hava says, if I shared a pic of me and someone belongs to me, social media is not an influence. It depends on us and our maturity. Who cares what people say or think? They can never be in my house or relationship.
Okay. Yeah, but we're talking about as you're trying to get to know the guy and you're sharing your information with everybody else. Hey, we went out on a day. We did this. Hey, guys, look at this. Because you sound like you're talking about once the relationship is established. And I think you're right. But we're talking about bringing all that feedback and information in while you're trying to establish what your relationship is or going to be.
All right. They say women can't love. Make that make sense. Danny says, our psychology is different, and so is our nature. Men pay for love, but women don't see.
Oh, I done paid for some love before.
Love is not free.
I done paid for some love before.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think you need to clean that up. You need to clean that up. Like right now. Clean it up right now.
This way before.
Oh.
This way. But I know.
So we was right in our thinking? That's what you saying?
No, when I said we pay for love, I mean we pay with our hearts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, don't put me out. Don't.
We ain't promoting no foolishness around here, right? We ain't promoting no foolishness.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But what elaborate? We pay for love.
Well, I think we pay because we put our heart out first. Most of the time, we got to put our hearts out before we can get love back. We got to go first. Most of the time, we don't have women that put their heart out in front of us. We normally have to go after them and put ourselves out.
And I get what you're saying. I think the men who are looking for it and the women who say I think we're missing each other.
Very much.
Because the women typically give love to the person who really don't deserve it.
And who ain't looking for it.
Don't even want it. But you like, he'll take it.
But that's the chick we going after that ain't looking for love from us.
Yeah, right. Which means now you build up this whole idea. Men ain't no good. Yes. Men always using you. Men always doing, and that's not men. That's that dude. But you told yourself
that you was gonna
that you loved he.
Yeah, Absolutely.
Oh, I love he. I can't do without he. So you spent all your time, your effort, and your energy chasing somebody who ain't trying to be pinned down, and he let you know, and you still chasing. And then as soon as he then just trampled all over your heart, now here come the guy who ready to step up, ready to be that dude.
You ain't got no time for him.
And you make him pay for everything you couldn't punish old boy for. How that work?
And the worst thing that ladies can get is the guy who's been brokenhearted. Whose heart's been broken by somebody. Now he don't trust you. He in your phone. He want to make sure you don't happen to him again. Cause again, hurting people hurt people.
Monique said, "Wow, what a turn."
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Danny says, "To marry a woman, you need money, buddy."
Well, you need money, in this thing. When me and Cheryl got
say to see a prostitute, you still need money, bro.
Oh yeah, you need money. Very free. I've heard very free.
Hava says, "Oh, okay. I am an introvert. I would never put us out there like that."
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when you meet somebody, and the relationship is new, how much do you share with social media? Because I'm under the influence that you don't share it until you find out until you get to know him or her better.
I wouldn't necessarily say it was just new people.
You say period?
It's period. You have people who are married who put their business on social media. They'll put a vague message or post out there, but with something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't never put up with nothing like this, and I ain't gonna put up with nothing like this, and that'll be the end of the post.
Oh man!
And they leave you like, "Oh, child, what happened?" All that. Come on, man. Come on.
I just think relationships. You need a circle with relationships of people that you can talk to.
No, man. Yeah.
And I don't think your relationship should be social media circle. Bro,
no.
the last thing you need is everybody's opinion. Oh, because it's amazing to me how everybody got opinion about what you should do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can see it putting a strain on the love, because the love is not the acts of love, the thing that you're doing in the name of love is not just judged by the person that you are doing the act for, or who the gesture is directed to. You got everybody's opinions. You know what I'm saying? If you get down on one knee and propose, that person is caught up in them. Oh, you proposed to me and all this type of stuff. And now everybody else looking on social media, they watching the video. They looking at the ring. They looking at everything, the setup. They looking at who all there. And say, "Oh, child, ain't no way I would have said yes. And he did such and such and all this type of stuff." Right. And it's not just left up to the person that the gesture is directed towards. Everybody else comes in with their opinion. And depending on the person, that could shake you. It could shake you in like, well, they didn't really do such and such. Like, but you getting married and most people ain't doing that. But
Simone Biles is the biggest.
Oh,
that if she had did hers through everybody else, she would never had nobody.
When they found out she chased old boy, oh man, people lost their minds.
Sometimes you have to.
People lost their minds. Then it says, to love, you have to lose something to get something. And that is called sacrifice. There is no love without sacrifice.
Well, that's what relationships are. Relationships are sacrifice for somebody for a common goal. What's the common goal? Once you figure out what the common goal is, that's to be together as husband and wife. Now the sacrifices start, because relationships are all about sacrifice. And the minute you say what you're not going to do in your relationship, you probably will be out of a relationship.
Yeah. If you sacrificing with no appreciation, you just losing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You just losing stuff.
Yeah.
typically the sacrifice, you want some appreciation to come behind that. And it may not be immediate, because that depends on if they really see what sacrifices have been made. But typically, once it's been revealed what sacrifice has been made, that person really appreciates you. They're going to show you they appreciate it. And if you don't, you're going to just feel used. Lucy says, love is a choice. You are choosing to give your heart to someone. Sometimes you choose wrong and you get your heart broken. You ignore the signs or warnings and think you're in love, but you are infatuated. Oh, infatuation. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people it's that feeling. We want that feeling, that whole infatuation thing. We want that feeling. And a lot of people spend their time chasing that feeling, to when the feeling is gone, they think the love is gone. But really, when the feeling is gone, you left with the real stuff. You left with the choices, with the decision.
With the decision. That's what I was going to say.
Right.
Decision.
Right. You left with the decisions that prove whether or not you really love somebody.
That part.
And loving somebody ain't in buying nice things all the time. Loving somebody ain't in always speaking well of them. Loving somebody is in, hey, I'm coming on my way home. What you want me to stop by and get you?
Yeah. And please, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get our membership up. Tell somebody about. Don't be selfish. Y'all stop acting ugly. Tell somebody about the podcast and tell your friends about it. Like, share, and subscribe. And also, for our TikTok fans and followers, follow us and like us on TikTok as well, because we get those numbers up, we can go live on TikTok. So now back to Marion for love. Is it enough?
Working on your announcer. Your announcer part down. Okay. Is it enough? Danny says, there is no love without reciprocity. Love and respect work together. Love without reasons is foolish. Okay. So he said there is no love without reciprocity. I don't know if that's completely accurate. You want reciprocity.
Yeah.
You want reciprocity, but you loving somebody is not predicated on them returning the love.
You hope that they will.
You hope it, right? What Teddy P
said it.
What Teddy P said?
It's good.
Loving somebody when somebody love you back.
They sang about it.
Yeah.
Because you just want somebody to love you the way you loving them. Can we take a chance on this thing?
Right.
Can we take? Would you reciprocate what I'm giving you? Because that's all that I ask. That's all. Don't leave me out of here by myself.
Yeah. But if it's based on what the other person is doing, you ain't gonna ever. It ain't gonna ever work out.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to do things in spite of a lot of times. You do it because it's right. Not because of how I feel, but because it's right. Because you made a commitment. And that's the thing that people miss when it comes to love. Love is a commitment. It's a commitment. You can't say you love somebody and then your actions don't line up. You are committing to something when you say you love somebody. You're committing to take care of them. You're committing to, to provide whatever it is they need. Yeah.
Wow. When you committing to someone, saying that you're gonna take their heart and handle it fragilely, and you're not gonna do anything to willfully or wrongfully hurt them or start doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them like they're loving you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're not gonna always get that from them. Because people, in marriages, you go through things.
Yeah.
You and your spouse ain't gonna always be on good terms.
No.
It's gonna ebb and flow a lot of times, but it doesn't mean when we in a bad spot, I stop.
Yeah. Because with most marriages, man, it kind of works out. It work out to the tune of sometimes you feel like you giving more than she is, and she's gonna feel like that sometime. And I think at times you will be. But for the most part, the relationship kind of levels itself out. Sometimes it'll take more from her. Sometimes it'll take more from you.
Right.
But you can't be looking at what she doing all the time, saying, "Well, I'm doing this," because once she start doing it, now it'll never work after that.
Yeah, you start keeping a scorecard, you get into a bad place.
Yes, exactly.
You get into a bad place. He said marriage is about family, legacy, expansion, but not about romantic love at all. Originally, marriage was not a romantic enterprise. We've made it that. It was about survival. It was about, like you said, having kids and then extending your family line and all that type of stuff, making sure that thing survives. But we turned it into this whole romantic enterprise, and that focus has messed us up. It definitely has messed us up. He says, can you love a woman for nothing and expect nothing? You are playing with fire. How does she serve you to love her?
See, the culture has changed.
Oh yeah.
And because the culture has changed so much, man, I'm looking at Dad's comments and I'm saying, why should you get married? Convince me on why we should get married. Why should we come together? Because I'm old school and old fashioned more so than anything, and I just think that's how people do it. But that's not what the culture is saying today. They ain't doing that. They care less about that.
Yeah. And here's my thing. The people who are down on relationships more than anybody else are the ones who are speaking louder than everybody else. You hear all of this talking about what you bring to the table, what a person, and I'm like, just leave relationships alone. It's clear you don't like people.
Yeah.
You don't like nobody. So why are you even in the conversation?
It's clear.
Right.
Because they don't hide it.
This conversation is for people who are actually trying.
Yes.
This conversation is for people who actually want to be in relationships.
There should almost be a divider up.
Oh man.
That says, so everybody who don't want relationships, stay on this. There should be TikTok heavy.
Right.
And TikTok light is for everybody who want to be a part of relationships. Because they are tan up relationships. Women are tan up.
Oh man, we get way more opinions from people who really don't like. You don't like men that don't like women, and women that don't like men. We get more opinions from people like that, and I can understand if you have an issue, but you still like them.
I was at church. Let me say, I didn't go last Sunday. I went the Sunday before. I went the Sunday before. And I remember seeing this lady who was in church. She was by herself, elderly lady. She just making up this noise, just cutting up. And I looked at her and I thought to myself, I bet you was somewhere you was younger. Because most of the time, man, we get caught up in our decisions and we make decisions that's gonna affect us for the rest of our lives. And we wind up and we old and we gray and we don't have anybody. And whoever hurt you, guys, we need to start trying to heal from some of our past. But listen, everybody made dumb and stupid mistakes when they was younger.
Right.
But you shouldn't make decisions that's going to affect you for the rest of your life because of something that you did when you were younger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, oh my God, man.
When you look at love, and in the Bible, it talks about love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. It's not proud. It's not boastful. It keeps no record of wrongdoing.
That's love.
Love never. It say love never fails. And you think about, man, not keeps no record of wrongdoing. It's not proud. It's not boastful. Dude, that's all the stuff we do.
It does what it does. It does what it does because it loves. Just do it.
Right. Right. And the Bible calls it charity, which means that's something I give without expecting something in return. It's good to get something in return, but I'm not doing it. My motivation is not the reciprocation. When your motivation is the reciprocation, that's not love. This is a transaction, right? if you go and you buy something, you pay for something, you're expecting
I'm expecting something back.
something in return.
Mm-hmm.
Charity, when you give it, it's
You say on the house.
you know what I'm saying.
Come on in and get this boy.
He said the Bible said in Proverbs 31 that a good woman makes her husband heart joyful. Right? Okay. And let me point out, because I hear people say, oh, this Proverbs 31 woman and all this type of stuff. Proverbs 31 was about a king and his mom. His mama was telling him what a good woman was. So for all the good women, can his mama, with his mama,
brag on you? His mama.
With his mama,
ooh, boy, you
brag on you.
Boy, you don't say it.
Now you can't be a self-proclaimed Proverbs 31 woman.
Ooh,
ain't no self-proclaimed Proverbs 31s.
With his mama.
Self-proclaimed. With his mama.
Especially if you won't let her sit in the front seat.
Oh!
We ain't made up for the fight we had. We still fighting. We ain't made up for the fight we had last week.
As Eric says, we didn't switch it up. The Beers Diamond Company pulled the 52 fake out on society. I remember hearing this. I'm not participating. Boycott the hustlers. Right. So that whole romantic thing, you know, say it with diamonds and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Nah. I'm gonna say it with this food I'm fixing you. I'm gonna say it with the trash I'm taking out.
And that's why
I'm gonna say all this. I'm gonna say it with all that.
That's why we gotta do what works for us. I paid $1,200 for Cheryl's wedding ring. At the time, that was oh, man. You can't just sneeze at that.
In your 20s too?
What?
Yeah, bro.
What? You had to get a magnifying glass to find that diamond on that ring.
Especially after the $18 check situation. Man, that was a whole lot,
right? hey, but you know what? If we had had social media, there's a really good chance we probably would have been together.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Because somebody would have talked her out of her blessing.
And why do y'all get together and compare? Why do y'all y'all don't compare directly, but y'all compare. Christina.
She got all capitals.
She got all capitals. Hell no, it's not enough. What's not enough?
Hey,
she said y'all got to grow up. Now, great point though, because here's the thing, and I tell people all the time, relationships are for mature people.
Yes, absolutely.
The problem is we got way too many immature people in relationships, and then they're reporting out.
Well, now maturity means that you're not gonna hold his head to a fire for a certain amount of money for a ring either. That's maturity as well.
Right.
And ladies, I want to ask y'all this. And I asked before, I didn't really get an answer on it. Do y'all trust the man that y'all in a relationship with to get you everything that you want and need, or do you feel like you need to tell him? Because he know what you want and need, just like I know what Cheryl wants and needs. And most of the time, I'm gonna give way more than what she think I'm gonna give, but she got to trust me to take care of her. Christine, I'm just.
My wife pointed at me like, "No, he ain't. I gotta tell him everything."
I'm curious about Christine, because Christine sooner or later is gonna be looking for a husband sooner or later. And she gonna come to the show and say, "Y'all eyes getting married."
Boy, old Malik or somebody gonna come around there.
Exactly.
But no, we pull for people to have good relationships. And many of us, we don't know how to. We haven't seen enough examples of how to do it. And what we've looked at, we thought wasn't right a lot of times, because we see people, and if you've observed a couple for an extended period of time, you've seen them go through. And you've seen instances of, I wouldn't put up with that. But in a relationship, it's a whole different ball game. Now, granted, you got some boundaries, you got some things you're like, yeah, okay, no, we ain't going there.
Yeah, but hold on. But let me say this. So, if you look at any relationship close enough, He ain't gonna be 6'5". He gonna be
She
more like
talking about
5'6".
he need to be 6'5".
He gonna be
though.
more
She
like
said-
5'6".
Say she looking now.
He gonna be more like 5'6". So stop it. Okay. In any relationship, you're gonna see stuff that you or the person that you with necessarily wouldn't put up with. You know why? Because it's not for you to put up with.
Mhm.
Y'all, again, I can't stress this enough. Y'all have to figure out what works out for you guys in y'all relationship. Because there's gonna be some in your relationship that I'm not gonna put up with in mine.
And don't be saying what you won't do.
You boy, let me tell you what,
Don't open your mouth and curse yourself like
Boy,
that.
let me
Oh,
tell you
I
something.
wouldn't put up with that. Next thing you know,
boy. Oh
your-
man, dude,
your nose wide
it
open.
was a trash can. We had this big dumpster at my job I used to work in when I was younger. And I remember I drove by and this dude was in the trash, big old dumpster. He was in. I say, ain't no way I'm getting that dumpster. And the next week, I was this high in that dumpster. And I remember saying, don't never say what you want to do.
Don't never say what you want to do.
Because I was in that bad, boy. You hear me?
She says, if you plan on marrying him, you better be able to trust him. But make sure you're basing the trust off the right stuff. We look at gestures, romantic gestures, going back to then. We look at romantic gestures and stuff like that. Nah. See what kind of character this guy has. See what type of person they really are. Dr. Sling said, my husband will tell you he don't know nor take hints.
But now he don't have to take hints. But do she? I want to know if Selena trusts that you'll provide everything for her that she want and need without her telling you.
The stuff
Think about that.
The stuff she wants.
Want and need without her telling you.
The stuff she wants is one thing. The stuff she needs, I got it.
So if you had the money and you go out and you see people with purses and all the stuff all that shenanigan stuff that they do, you mean to tell me she would have to tell you before you would get into that for? You wouldn't know Selena enough to know.
I'm not going and buy no purse.
Oh, you're not?
No, she would have to do that.
Oh,
because if I go and buy it and I get it and she be like,
I went with Cheryl.
Bro, I'm going off. I'm going.
I went with Cheryl to buy a person. The dude,
I go with her or something like that. No,
the dude came off behind the counter with a register on him. He was carrying the register. I'm like, what they do that at? He was carrying the register. I get you right over in this corner.
Oh yeah.
Oh brother,
that convenience, boy.
That's what we doing.
That convenience, boy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess she just want to put me out there. She want to put me out there. Okay. I got you. Then it says Titus 2, the gender role for men and women in marriage. Now let me say this. When we start getting into the biblical expectations of marriage, you got a lot of people doing marriage that don't believe in the Bible. And the problem is the people who actually believe in the Bible not even following it. So the example that we could set for people, we're not setting for people properly, so they don't see what it really should be and what it really is. And that's the tragedy.
But I don't know how you can do marriage without having Christ in it. I'm so serious, man. Even the heathen know you can't do marriage without, you got to have a sinner.
Amen.
That thing is a beast. Relationships are hard enough anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't have a sinner. You don't have at least somebody say, let me put God in it.
Oh, bro. Christina said, pull out your wallet, fellas.
Girl, if I put my wallet out and break this table off. Hey, look at my wallet over there.
Yeah, it's sitting on the table over there.
I ain't bothered that.
I ain't heard a creak or nothing. Just what you say, where plastic is light, huh?
Oh, that's funny. All right. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. All right, my final thought for this evening, man, is, I often say, man, we go through a lot of things when we're younger that we kind of store in the back room and don't really get healing from. We just kind of think time, it'll be all right after time. No, we need to get some help. We need to talk to somebody. Because, man, listen, like I always say, people deserve the best version of you. But you crazy. And it's all right to be crazy as long as you're trying to get some help. And I'm just saying, man, y'all, let's start talking to people. Let's start and married couples, let's start being better examples of what marriages are supposed to be. So these young people got something that they can model and look at. And be honest with them. If marriage is whooping your behind, tell them, whoo, it's whooping me. And don't make them seem like that it's all a road paved with gold, because it's not. And that's my final thought.
When you start looking at love and marriage, I advise anybody that's especially new to marriage, have people that you can trust that are there with you. Not people that's necessarily at the same level. You do want peers, but you want some mentors. You want some elders that you can look to help you make sense of some things, because encountering problems in a marriage is a whole different thing than thinking about it. So you want somebody who recognizes what's going on, what you're going through, how you're feeling, and can help you put that thing in perspective, because society is full of people who keep bailing, and we don't want to keep bailing. That's not love. Love is a commitment. Love is a duty that we make to somebody. We make that commitment to somebody. And once we do it, everything that follows, we prove that commitment that we made. So your actions have to line up. So what are your actions saying about how you feel about the person you're actually with? And that's my final thought.
Tie them drawers in a knot. I'll let you know if you love somebody. Tie them drawers in a knot.
Oh, boy.
Them drawers in a knot. You know whether or not you loving somebody or not.
And it said, be a role model for the youth, for our kids. Amen. Great show. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by, y'all. Put your chairs up and empty them ashtrays out. Put them beer cans up. Put them in trash can. Y'all ain't got no maids around here. Y'all better pick up after yourself.
Listen, we appreciate y'all having this conversation with us. Come back next Monday. We're going to have more for you. Till then, y'all have a good week. We're going to see y'all later. Peace out.